Good morning, class 9th students. This is the third video for chapter number 2 of political science. In this video, we will discuss about demerits of democracy. Where democracy is claimed as incapable government. Where democracy is referred as government of fools. Let us discuss the argument with the following points. Unstable government, power play among political parties, delays in decision making, bad decisions, corruption, and most important, ignorant people. Unstable government. The first basic problem of democracy is that it is unstable government. Let us talk with the help of India. In 1970s, in 1980s, in 1990s also, you'll find out those were the eras when in central power, central government, or in Lok Sabha, hardly any political party was able to get majority of the votes or majority of the seats, and that's why they were forced to make coalition government. Coalition government means a government which is made with the help of many political parties or with the support of many political parties. And in such situation, we'll find out the government is unable to take strong decisions. This is a basic problem of democracy, that many a times no single party is able to get the maximum seats, and that's why they are forced to take the support of smaller political parties, and in that way the government is not strong. It is unable to take very strong action for the development of the country, which we have seen in India many a times. Second problem is power play among political parties. Political parties are basically for serving the people, but technically speaking or in reality they are hungry for power only. When they will only get the votes, at that time they will come to you for votes. Once votes are polled, the political parties made the governments, they will forget about the people and they will fight for power play. Who will get the maximum power? Who will take the maximum money? Who will take the important ministries? So they will forget about the services to the people, development of the country, but they will start their own development. This is the next very important problem of democracy. The third problem is delays in decision making. We are fast developing world nowadays, and many laws are made every day because our world is fast changing. But problem in a democracy is that here the decisions are taken with discussion with the members, wider people, and many more. And in that way, it took a lot of delays. In India, many laws you'll find out. For example, we'll talk about triple talaq. It was passed, but it has long history. Almost more than 20-30 years, you will find out that this bill was never passed. And right now, recently, it is passed. So why such a delay? Because it was needed. It was a need of time. But unfortunately, it was passed after a long span of time. Like that also, many bills will find out, many acts in parliaments are passed after too much of discussion, and ultimately will find out lot of delays take place, and naturally it will have the different sectors of Indian society. Then many times bad decisions can be taken by the government, because once political parties get the power, they may fail to get in touch with the people, or they would understand the mood of the people, reaction of the people, problem of the people. So many times what happened, policies are made in the AC rooms without consulting the people, or without actually knowing the reality of the concerned area, and in that way many decisions proved to be detrimental for the people. Next one is corruption. If India is a corrupt country, somewhere it is because we are democracy also. Our political parties are corrupt. When they come into power, they are corrupt. Any political leader you imagine, naturally you will label him as corrupt, because they, through wrong means, through their power, they have put lot of money in the different bank accounts, Swiss bank account. You must have heard about. Maximum money are there from our Indian politicians. See their properties, their houses. This is a well known fact that our politicians are super rich. And how it is possible? because of corruption only, because they are not getting that much salary that they will have so many bungalows, they have so many properties. It is only because they are corrupt, they are misusing their power. And lastly, the last point, which is very important, our responsibility, people's responsibility, because we may be educated, but actually we are politically very ignorant. Many people are not interested in democracy. Many people are not interested in our government. They will only criticize the government, but they will not take part in the government policy. During voting time, many of them will cast their vote on the basis of their religion, on the basis of their place, and this is not good. So many times as a people we are also not serious about democracy, and that's why we are giving chance to our politicians to misuse their power and go for corruption. Thank you.